Welcome to Sparkling Diamonds. I'm Brittany. So we are a mother-daughter channel. If you guys are new here, we do lots of craft content. I would say a good majority still is diamond painting because that's what we really love and enjoy. We have started doing some other things. We did a coloring video. We've done some cross-stitch stuff. We've done some crocheting, which has also been fun. We've got some other fun things coming up. So if you guys are interested in any of those crafts, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. It is free and it supports our channel and we would greatly appreciate it. We are getting ever so close to 6,000 subscribers. So we will at that point be doing a giveaway. I haven't fully decided what that's going to entail, but you guys have been around for a while. You've seen some of our giveaways have been pretty huge, so we'll see what we're going to do for that. And then if you guys are returning, as always, thank you guys so much for coming back and continuing to support our channel. All right. So, from the title, we're here. Do I ever learn my lesson? We have a mystery box. I gave in. Robin did not. I'm very proud of Robin. So, there was 3 mystery boxes last year. There was a Halloween one, there was a Christmas one, and then there was one after that that was like, that had new kits, new never before seen kits. They did like one other mystery box, which was all like previously released kits. It's like an overstock box. Didn't get the Halloween one, regretted it, because there was like 3 images in the Halloween one last year I liked. Didn't keep any of the Christmas ones. I gave Robin one. I traded another one for actually another kit. And then the other one, I don't even remember. Oh, it was I got Autumn Sunset and the Lori Prindle Mystery Kit, which are actually all kits that could potentially end up in the 6,000 subscriber giveaway. So, so I contemplated for a few minutes when it released. I ended up buying it because I was like, man, the only one I regretted not getting was Halloween. And what if I don't get it and I regret it? So I will say I have seen spoilers of what people are getting in their box, and I know what I want. And I have opened the box here, and I did a sneak peek for our members, so I kind of already know what's in the box. But I've only seen 5 of the images though. I know there were 6 that have never been released before, so I don't know what the 6th one is yet. Maybe by the time this video comes up, I'll have seen it. But there are at least 3 that I do like. If you know me, you know I'm a bird lover, so obviously the bird. And then I do like the Miss Butter D's, although somebody pointed out the man hands in a comment on the Miss Butter D, and I don't think I can unsee the man hands, so I don't know if I want that one. And then I do also like the Rosie Scribbles. Her artwork's just so fun and colorful, so. We're gonna start by pulling out the 2 kits that are the previously released kits. So first, we have Dreamcatcher by Sinevia Mister, I think is how you say it. So it's a 16.4 by 23.4 inches. I'm not opening this one, but 35 colors with 1 AB. Definitely not my taste. Have a feeling this will be going into a giveaway, so. All right, where is the other one? It's this one, right? Yeah. So the other one that's been previously released is a Mandy Manzano, and it's the Tree of Life. And so Robin is a Mandy Manzano fan, so if she doesn't have this one, I may give this one to her. If not, this will probably go in the giveaway too. I do like a few Mandy Manzanos, but this one, while it's pretty, not my style of stuff that I like to diamond paint. So this one's 29.1 by 21.7 inches, has 38 colors with 1 AB. Isn't that the exact same? Well, a few more colors, but 1 AB. And this one's a round. So if she doesn't have this one, it'll go to her, but if not, then you more than likely see both of these as a giveaway. I don't know if it'll be the 6,000 subscriber giveaway or just a giveaway, because you guys know us. We like giving away stuff. All right. Okay. I don't know which one's which. They're side by side. So I'm just going to grab one. I'm going to pull it out. Okay. All right. We got to get this box out of the way because we're opening these. I got the Rosie Scribbles. So this is potion delivery from Rosie Scribbles. Here's a look at the image. My box is a little smushed, but usually the contents are fine. So there is a little better look at the image. So this is 22 by 28 inches. It is square, 55.8 centimeters by 70.7 centimeters. 100 colors. I can't say I'm surprised. Robin did love Bard, and it had, I think, 96 or 97 colors, so I don't think I should be surprised, but 100 colors, an AB, 2 iridescent, and 5 fairy dust. So as you can see, my viewers do get sneak peeks, my members, so they did get a sneak peek of my actual reaction opening this for the first time, and we did look at the card. It's back in here, though. The only thing that's not is the toolkits. Alright, so this is the toolkit that comes with it. I just pulled it out when I was checking the card out. So their Diamond Art Club toolkits are actually probably one of the better toolkits, in the fact that some of your stuff is like already upgraded. So you do get this very nice tray with a stopper and a lid, and it's a deeper tray. You can see it has their logo on the side. I don't know how well that's coming through. There we go. And then the lid slides off. Inside you do have an extra patio clear wax, and then the pink wax, and then you do also have an extra 7 multi-placer in here. So we'll leave all that in there. But these trays are pretty good for a starter tray. You do get their pre-filled pen, so you do have a 4-placer on the end here that doesn't have anything in it yet. And then on this end, you have a pen that's filled with wax, and all you do to get the wax out is just twist it a little bit, and it'll start to come out. And then, of course, some extra baggies. All right. Now, what we all really want to see, we want to see this canvas. Because, I mean, 100 colors? Who doesn't want to see this? Okay. It's actually a little her box is a little smushed, but she appears to be in fine condition, so just happens sometimes. All right. Set this to the side. So we'll take a look here first. So in here's going to be our card and our sticker sheet. So I have a bronze card with this one. Man, it is so hard to get this to show on the camera because of how shiny it is. But as you can see on the back, it does say bronze. And then you do in here have some like tips and tricks, a discount code, instructions, kit contents, the QR code to their VIP group. But here's the sticker sheet. So you're gonna have, of course, a sticker of your image. Look at that. And then you do have information about the kit, so the colors, the shape, the size. And then on the back you have another sticker that's got the name of the kit, which is Potion Delivery, and then the artist, Rosie Scribbles. And then we've got our 100, oh, it's packed, 100 colors. So there is, let's see, there we go. First set, and then here's the second set. So 2 iridescent, an AB, and 5 fairy dust in this one. Lots of colors, and considering she's a smaller kit, I think that makes the fact that it has 100 colors even more impressive to me. Like, how do you have a 22 by 28 inch kit with 100 colors? All right, if I can get this to go back in here anyway. Okay. Let's peek at her. Here is our 100 colors. So I don't know if we're gonna do like a train of all the drills, but I am going to open them and just try to show you the specialty drills real quick. So I've got an AB, 2 iridescent, and 5 fairy dust. I can see one of the iridescents right now. Sorry for the crinkling. Gotta get it open here. Where'd it go? And I may end up having to pull them out to find everything because there's so many colors, but actually, fine. We're just gonna do it. I can never get them back in. That's the only reason I don't normally do it. I'm never successful at getting the drills back in. So no specialty drills in here. And I'm just gonna kind of like lay them out as we go. And you guys can kind of see the colors. Just looking, oh, 3 bags of 803, so a lot of that one. 2 bags of 550, so purple. Let's flip this over here. 2 bags of, so lots of purple, 333, 336, Still no specialty drills though. Whoop, we lost our bag. All right, here's our first iridescent. Pretty crystal. This is 783. Come on, camera. Show the pretty crystals. Show the pretty crystals to the people. There we go. Orangish yellow. First, fairy dust. So if you're new to diamond painting, the fairy dust has like a very fine glitter-like coating on the top. And so it just gives it a little bit of shine without being too much. I don't know how well with it still being in the package. Oh, you can see a little bit like right here. Get them to peek out maybe. So that's 444. All right, that's gonna be in this train of drills. Next fairy dust is 3865. So we have a white. Pretty green fairy dust. Let's see if that one shows you the shimmer and shine and glitter on top a little bit more maybe. All right, look and see, and we still haven't seen the AB. Oh, 7, it's a little smushed. 720 is another fairy dust drill. Okay, we're still looking for an AB, and then I think one more crystal and one more fairy dust. Yep. So pretty blue. This is 3766, which is another fairy dust. Yellow crystal. It's 307. Not a whole lot of those, but all right. So now we just need an AB drill. 3810. It's like a duller shade of blue, kind of. Come on, camera, show them the color. There we go. And ABs have this pretty like iridescent coating on the top. It's meant to give you, like, when the light hits it, it gives you like the shine, kind of like the aurora borealis, which is what AB stands for. So you can kind of see a little bit on the top there. All right. Now, I'm pretty sure my count's right, but let me just make sure we don't have any other specialty drills in here. So this is where we're getting down to. There's 100 colors, and some of these have so few in them. Can you guys see that? All right. Let me magic all these back into our plastic here, and then I'll be right back and we'll look at the canvas. All right, I will say that's the best I've ever done putting drills back in the bag. All right. Now, so Diamond Art Club does have poured glue canvases. So what that means is, if you're wanting your canvas to lay flat, all you have to do is roll it back on itself, and it doesn't mess up the glue at all, and it will help it lay flat. Now, if you have time, you can let it just lay out and it'll self-flatten, but you don't have to. So you do have the velvety soft canvas here with the wonderful perforated edges and scalloping to prevent fraying. But here's what we all want to really see. Oh, she is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So you've got the skulls with like the neon below it, and then she's riding a broomstick, basket full of like, looks like some kind of like bottles or potions. Her gorgeous pink hair, her hat. You've got the moon behind her. You've got what looks to be like little star constellations along the top there. And then down here, it looks like you just have her boots, her glove, little bow on her broomstick there. So pretty. So at the top we do have the slogan, do what makes you sparkle, and then Diamond Art Club, their logo. So normally it's like top left, bottom right for their legends. But because there's so many colors in this kit, it pretty much takes up the whole side on both sides, as you can see. At the bottom down here, you're gonna get another small image, as well as more information about the kit again, the title, the artist, the size. You get information about their socials here, and then down here you do get their warranty, which, as long as you're the original owner of the canvas, protects you for a lifetime. All right, let's see. I'm gonna try to kind of pan her over here a little bit and let you guys kind of see her a little bit. She's not super big, so you can get most of the details, but I just want to say this would have been so cool right here, like some green, like glow in the dark or like neon kind of drills for the skull. That would have been so much fun. And then maybe even like some glow in the dark in like the stars and the moon. Anyway, but actually I wonder if that's the skulls aren't where the crystals are. All right, so let's look at the specialty drills real quick and see. So first we do have that AB, which, okay, I'm going to tell you guys, some of these there's so few of, there's a good chance I either might miss some or may not be able to find them easily. So just keep that in mind that I may miss them, some on the canvas because there are 100 colors, and this is a smaller canvas, but I do the best I can to find them and show them to you. So the first is that AB, which there are just a few of, and that's the blue, so it's 3810. And so if I had to guess, I'm thinking maybe her scarf, but I could be really wrong. Actually, nope, I was right here in her scarf right here. Let's get you up close a little bit. So right here in the bottom of her scarf, you see the symbol right here is where those ABs are. And if I had to guess, that's because there's so few in that bag, that's probably the only place that they are. Actually, no. There's a few on the right side of the skull here. Just this skull. This one doesn't have any. So just a few lining the back side of the skull here. And that's all I'm seeing right now. Okay. The pretty crystals. So first we have the first one, which was 307, which was a much lighter yellow. And that's the 2 dots. And so that's kind of like the top side of her glove here, going down her hand, and the top side of her little bow here. I guess it's kind of like to show like light reflecting off of it, because you also have some on like the underside of the skull and just a couple in the green underneath the skull, and then on the bottom of this skull, as well as the eyes of both of them. So yeah, instead of having like glow in the dark, they're doing like crystals. Let's see, do I see it anywhere else? That one's a brighter yellow, so it kind of stands out. No, that's actually it. So the next we have the other one, which was 783, which was like the orangish yellow kind of crystal, and it is the gas symbol. And so I see a little bit right here at the top of her glove, and then a little bit here she's got like a little thing wrapped around her arms here. I don't know if that's like meant to be the bottom of her sleeve, or if it's meant to just be like a cuff around her arm, but in both of the cuffs around the middle she's got a few, and then there's just a couple right here right below her scarf. It looks like what's meant to be her earrings is also a few of those crystals. And even a few up here on her bow. So the middle of her bow and lining this side of the bow is those crystals. And then I do see quite a few of them over here. So like the back side of the broomstick has quite a few. And then actually down here, the tops of the bottles, each one has a little bit of that crystal as well. So that takes care of our crystals. So now we've got the 444, which was like the yellow fairy dust. And so that is also going to be the backside of the broom here. And then there's more of that than there is of the crystal. And then also a little bit right here, on the bow that looks like it's maybe tied to her skirt or something like here, her apron maybe. I think it's an apron actually. So it's the top right there. There are, let's see, a few again in these little cuffs right here, and a few like right down here in the bottom of her top. And I think, oh no, there's a couple right here, and this is the bottom of her other glove, and then just a few scattered right here in the yellow or the greenish part of the underneath the skulls. There's 2 or 3 in each one. All right, next is that red fairy dust. And so if I had to guess, yep, it's gonna be the edge of the bow on both sides. And actually the whole center part of this one. There's a little bit kind of lining right here. Quite a few in her top here. And there's like strings that are dangling down. And then if I had to guess also, I'm going to assume this bow up here. Yeah, there's a bunch more in this bow up here. It's like almost this whole right side and then the top here. So you guys will kind of see there's a couple of the specialty drills in her bow here. Right here is that red symbol. So you see there's a lot of it. the gas symbol here was one of the crystals. But then you can see that red comes over here. There's some in the center, so quite a bit of the red in that one. And I don't readily see it anywhere else right now. If I happen to look at, when I'm looking at it a little bit and I see it, I'll tell you. All right, 3 more fairy dust. Next one's the green. And that's the lowercase a. And so it's this bright green underneath the skulls. There are a few in the eyes of each of the skull, but mostly this bright green underneath the skull. And actually a few, like right here in her scarf. And then next we have another blue, but this one's a fairy dust. And so we have this one, is kind of scattered a little bit throughout. You have a little bit lining the bottom of her glove here. You've got a couple right here. Let's see, over here, you do have a few of them at the bottom of like the basket, as well as underlining the bottom of the purple bow. Let's see, is there any up here? It's a much lighter blue, so I think most of it's going to be down here. Oh, there's some wrapping, like, it looks like maybe what meant to be like a little, almost like jewel on her glove there. And I think that's most of it. Oh, there's a little bit more down here at the very bottom, like her sock and then like her shoe. And then the last one is that white fairy dust, which I think is the one we had the most of. And so that's where you're going to see that really bright, vibrant white. So like this line right here that pops out. There's a little here and a little here, but then like the side of the skull. There's only a little bit on this skull. There's a few like around the eye, and then like maybe what's meant to be the teeth right here in the moon. So the very bright part of the moon, it's just that single dot. So that very light part of the moon. And then of course the stars, like the center here, you've got like a constellation here. So like the star part of the constellation, same thing over here. All right, so that does it for the specialty drills for Potion Delivery by Rosie Scribbles. And next we're gonna take a look at Lenny the Pumpkin Master. So I'll be right back, and I'll already have Lenny pulled out by the time you guys come back. All right, Lenny the Pumpkin Master is much bigger, as you can tell. So we'll look at the sticker sheet first, because I will still look at the colors and try to find some specialty drills. Oh, we got a silver card. Try to get you a look at that, hopefully. And then on the back it says silver. And here is a better look at the image. I want to read. I love the quotes that he puts on. I'm trying to see if I can see it on this little small image. Nothing but good times. That's what we bring. Celebrating the season. What a wonderful thing. I wish that they could keep, like, make it a little larger and keep the writing on all of his ones. They did it in his older ones, and I love it. But there's a look at the image. So this is gonna have 65 colors, and it's a square as well. I think that's, if I didn't say it, Rosie Scribbles is a square also, the Potion Delivery. This is 25.6 by 34.3 inches. And again, Lenny the Pumpkin Master by none other than Richard Lawrence. So here's a look at our colors. So again, we have 65 colors in this one. We do have 2 ABs and 3 fairy dust in this one. So look at that. Let's get this put up here. If I wasn't already working on my passion project for fall, this would be a fun one to do. All right, so here's a look at the colors. And then there's only 5 specialty drills here. So let's see what we can find here. More crinkling. There's no good way to do these videos and not have crinkling. I know some of you hate it. Try to make it as painless as I can here. Alright, so in pulling them out, I can already tell you right now, I have 2 specialty drills here. I have an orange fairy dust, which is Z740, and a yellowish orange AB 972. So we should still have 1 more AB and 2 more fairy dust. All right, I see another fairy dust. So I do this without unwrapping them. That's ideal for me. So this was $38.65. So that white is a fairy dust again. And then, oh, here's our AB. The small bag of it. This is a blue, and it is, what number? 807. So let me just have one more fairy dust. Let's see, what kind of shade is it? It is a purple, that helps. Let's see if we can't find it without having to unwind them all. Well, you'd think it would. $5.53. There's a small bag here. Is that it? Yep. It's the tiny bag. Hold on. And it's right beside the AB. Who would have thought? So this color right here, this purple, is our last fairy dust. So again, there's the look at the colors. I'm gonna stuff them back in the bag now. Didn't mess them up too much, thankfully. Telling you guys, getting these back in here is truly an art if you can do it nicely. All right, I think this is the one I'm most excited about. Which way is the top? All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Because the way my camera's set up, if I turn him the right orientation, you're not gonna be able to see all of them. So I'm gonna turn him over like this. So he's gonna be sideways. So if you wanna see him all at once right now, just turn your head to the left, okay? So here we go. Oh, he's so cool looking. I love the colors. Oh, there's a little bit of glare. All right, let's turn him. Ah, you get a good portion of it, actually. You got the pumpkin down here. You actually have a cute little cat, spider. And of course you got the birds, all the different birds, all of the little lights hanging out. So cool. Of course, the bubbles. Love, 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 love. I cannot. So pretty. Love the bright reds. Also, absolutely adore these little lights going across. And then here's the bottom. Of course, you got the big pumpkin face, the cat. There's the spider. Man. Definitely happy I got this one. I love my birds. It took me forever to find a couple of them, so I would have been so devastated to have to try to get this. I do wish they hadn't put it in a limited time box, because there are so many bird collectors that are disappointed about not being able to get it, and the fact that it won't ever be released outside of the mystery box makes it a very hard to get kit. So if you didn't get it in the mystery box, or you didn't get the mystery box at all, which is a gamble, as we all know, you're out of luck, which really does suck for bird collectors. So like I said, if I hadn't have gotten this one, I was trading for sure. Anything I got that anybody wanted, I would have traded for this. So, all right, let's see these specialty drills real quick. We only have 5 in this one. So the first one is a blue AB, and so the lights right here, like the inside of them, not the brightest blue, but inside they are. You do have a couple scattered throughout his mask, and there's a couple up here in like the top of the little hat there. And then you've got a couple lining kind of like the legs here. And then you have a couple in this little strand over here. I'm not 100% certain what that is supposed to be right here. Let's see. Oh, it's a dragonfly. So the body of the dragonfly has a few. And then in the necklace of your birdie over here, you have just a couple as well. So yeah, look at the long neck. Love it, the little long necks. All right. Anyway, next AB is that orange, which is 972. I'm not gonna lie, I expected some to be in the pumpkin. And there's not? Okay, I'm a little surprised about that. Okay. Oh no, I was looking at the wrong symbol. There is. Right here. and a little bit here, so kind of like the bottom part. There's not any in the eyes, but there is kind of scattered throughout the bottom part. I was like, what in the world? This will be another fun one with some glow-in-the-dark drills. Just saying. Alright, so the yellow lights this time. And that one, and then let's see. You have a couple underneath the eyes of this bird. You have some in the body right here, as well as some in like the little, I think it's supposed to be the beak of this one. Kind of lining the hat, and a couple kind of scattered throughout the bottom of the hat. Let's see. A couple in, I think this might be the earring of just this earring, not the other one. And then there are a couple, of course, scattered in the cute little Joker hat. A couple in the backside of this little birdie's head, and a couple in the moon over here, or and a couple in the bubble over here as well. So kind of nicely scattered throughout. All right, let's look at these fairy dust drills. So first we have 740, and so let's see. There are just a couple of those in the top part of the pumpkin here. Just literally maybe 10 or 15 scattered right there. If I had to guess, I'm gonna go ahead and guess the red lights. Yep. So there's some in the red lights. There's only 2 red lights though. Actually, that might be a 3rd red light right here. But then there is also some scattered throughout his body, and a couple scattered throughout the hat all the way up, as well as the Joker hat of this bird. And then, of course, a few in the little dangle here of the hat here. All right, the white fairy dust that always stands out. So, of course, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth down here. There's a few in this bubble here. There's literally just 2 dots in the eye of the cat. A couple in, it looks like part of the, oh no, this would be part of the dragonfly wing, it looks like. It's hard to tell right now where the end of the wing starts in the body of the bird. The center of a couple of these lights. Of course, some of the eye of this one. There's just one, oh no, both eye has 1 dot here. A couple in the eye of this bird. But then anywhere else in the background, you see that white splash. You've got a little bit in the bubble, some scattered here, here, and then also over here. And then last is that purple fairy dust, which is 6012, which is actually a Diamond Art Club created DMC code. So they've actually got their own purple with their own purple fairy dust. And so you've got some of that in the hair or feathers of this bird here, a little bit in the hat, some in the eyes, as well as some of the bottom of the feathers on that one. I don't think there was any purple at the bottom, was there? No. So that's all gonna be up here. Oh, yep. Actually, yeah, there is. There's just a few at the top part of this bird. A couple right here in the top part of this hat. Let's see. There's 2 bubbles here, actually, 2 that have just a couple. So that's it. Let's see if we can get you up close with just all the birds without the pumpkin and anything else. So well, we got the small bird at the top there. Then you got Lenny hanging out on his pumpkin with his spider and his cat down there. I really do want to see that there's a lot of words, so I don't know if I could render it well enough to fit all right here. But that may be what I would want to try to do. Because that's what I'm actually trying to do with all of his other ones, is to render the writing, the words, into something that's at least legible. It's obviously probably not going to be the same font style, but something that's at least legible, so his words, because they're so cool, are still on the canvas. I really love that. So that does it. I finally got a mystery box I was happy with. I'm excited. So I really hope you guys enjoyed getting a chance to look at this. I know I had seen photos of the boxes, but I hadn't seen the kits unboxed. So I was excited to take a peek at these as soon as they came in today. So I'm super happy with that. Again, if you guys are new, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're ever so close to that 6,000 mark, and we'll be doing something fun. If we do it in a live, it would have to be like after the Small Shop Fall Festival, which means it would be maybe like in November we would have a celebration if we hit it by then, which we're only like 20 away, so I hope we did, but you never know. So maybe we just do some kind of like live celebration on one of our live days and with some giveaways. So I don't know, but we're gonna do something fun. So if you're not subscribed, like I said, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's free, supports our channel, costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe. You'll get notified when we put up fun videos. And then definitely make sure, even if you're already subscribed, to hit that like button. Again, another thing that just helps our channel out. Doesn't cost you guys anything. So let me know, guys. Did you get the mystery box? If you didn't, I know why. If you did, what did you get, and were you happy with it? I'm always curious to know. I know everybody loves, it's like a double-sided sword. Sometimes you love it, sometimes you hate it. Like I said, first successful one for me, so super happy about that. Make sure you guys are kind to everybody within the real world, online, and our comment section down below, and we will see you guys in our next video. Bye!